Welcome to the word formation lesson. We'll start from joining two letters together. In this lesson, we'll first write these words in, go, or, be, so, my, on, and no. Let's look at it one by one. Make sure that you are on practice connection 1 here, which is above letter connection 1. So we need to be there on letter connection 1, and practice connection 1 here will be the layer that on which we will be tracing our letters. Let's understand these letters first, how these letters are combined together to create a word. It is in. Here letter I is here. We know how to create letter I. We know how to create letter N. Now, when we are combining letter I with letter N, letter I has underturn as the last stroke. Letter N has overturn as the first stroke. So last stroke of a letter is joined with the first stroke of the next letter. So let's have a look how these are connected. So here when we are making underturn for I, start thinking about overturn and start making overturn here for letter N. So in this way we are creating another stroke which is different, which we have not done yet. So this is what the stroke is about. This is the stroke. So if we are making the stroke, it looks like this. It's a one continuous stroke. There we are connecting the underturn with overturn. So this is also called a reverse compound curve. So there are notes, so don't worry about that. Everything is there in your notes. You can follow and understand it more clearly once you are done with this lesson. So when we are writing letter I with N, entry stroke, underturn, and in making this underturn, think of making overturn. Right after you have given this curve for the underturn, start thinking now it as overturn, and then combining your compound curve with this new stroke. Next is letter G and O that makes word go. So in this we are making this exit stroke completely for the G, but now next letter is our letter O, which means we need to think of merging these two strokes together, like it is ending with exit stroke and it is starting with partial entry. So when we are making this descending stem loop, start thinking of the next letter. That next letter is having O. So if we are joining O from here, and if we are giving our full exit stroke, so it is not going to look good and it is not a connection. In order to give a seamless connection, we need to think of this the moment we are drawing this descending stem loop and start giving our exit stroke. Think of our next letter as O and give partial entry stroke, because in oval we have partial entry stroke. So when we are making oval, now it is giving seamless look, and then again O is having mini underturn, so you can create that. So here is what we are changing. It has the color, different color on the word, so you will get to know which stroke is getting changed or which stroke we are modifying. Now next is word or. Here it is having O, letter O. We will write it the way it is. Now next letter is R. So O and R. So R is having extended entrance stroke, but here in oval, in letter O, it is ending with the mini underturn which ends here. But we need to think of connecting R, so we will continue this stroke as an extended entrance stroke for letter R, and then making a loop from here and then combining it like this and going above. So this is how the mini underturn will take the direction, like joining here, going above beyond this header line, and then under. Now next is letter B and E. When they are combined together, they form word B. So we will be writing the same ways that we have done with go, we will do with B, because it is exiting with the exit stroke. Last stroke is exit stroke for B, and this is partial entry stroke for E. So we will be cutting this entry stroke midway to combine it with letter E. So this is how we'll make. Ascending stem loop, modified overturn. Now instead of going full above till the header line, we'll go just halfway through and then creating our letter E. And there are certain examples in the notes that are given that exit stroke of the previous letter becomes the entry stroke of the next letter. So create a partial entry stroke if the next letter is oval or partial oval. So this will be easier for you to understand. And for the word or, while joining O with letter R or letter S, start thinking of extended entrance stroke or for letter R or S once you make the comma dot or mini underturn. Now next word is so. So S is normal, the way we will write, and the moment we are going to exit, give the exit stroke as the last stroke. So we'll start thinking of letter O because it is starting with the partial entry stroke. So we will make only partial entry stroke here, and then we'll be connecting our letter O to S. So this is the change that we are making. Next word is my. In my, when you see it closely, it's a bit different from the other letters or other words we have done so far. M is starting with overturn and it is ending with compound curve. And here Y is starting with compound curve and ending with exit stroke with a descending stem loop going. When we are making this stroke, the moment we are here, we'll think of making another compound curve of Y and then we'll be joining. Let's have a look. So this is the shape that is formed when we are joining these two strokes together. M. Now start thinking of another compound curve the moment we are making this last stroke of letter M as compound curve. Start making another compound curve here and then doing this stroke. This is the new shape that is formed. While joining letter M or N with letter Y, be prepared to create two continuous compound curves as one stroke as shown in the example words my. Next is word on. Now when earlier we did, it was or, where we extended the entrance stroke with the mini underturn. Now in letter O and N, the word on, we are connecting this with overturn, mini underturn with overturn like this. So when we are going like this, we need to start thinking of overturn when we are just here. So when we are joining here, we will be thinking of N. So this is our new shape when we are making the word on, when we are writing O and N together. So while joining comma dot or mini underturn with overturn, letter O or letter W, they have mini underturn, and when we are connecting letter M or N, this is the new shape of the stroke that is created. Next is no, N-O, when we are reversing it or flipping on with no, and now the letters are different. It is not the same anymore. So we will be, the moment we are creating our compound curve of letter N, start thinking of partial entry stroke for letter O. So we will stop midway and then we will be creating this partial entry stroke for our letter O. And our mini underturn will remain as it is. It was changed in this, but now it is the same. It's here it was same, the compound curve. Here we are modifying it. Here we are making it till here, and then we are joining our next letter O. The exit stroke of the previous letter becomes the entry stroke of the next letter, as we all know. We have already discussed that. I hope this video was helpful for you and help you in your calligraphy journey. If you want to take a full class, you can join and take it on Skillshare. The link for the free access to my Skillshare class is in the description below. The free link is only for 50 people on first come first serve basis. I wish you all the success in your calligraphy journey, and I will come with a new video on digital calligraphy soon. This class is beginner friendly. You will learn how to connect the strokes together and then how to connect the letters together to form words. You will get all the resources that you need to start with this project. You will be getting workbooks, you will be getting color swatches and digital brushes for this class. I hope to see you in my class.